before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, make sure you have all your notifications turned on. If you like the video, share it. Make sure you sub to my Twitch. All that good stuff. Most of the stuff that you see is filmed on Twitch. Come over there, you'll see it in its original format before you get to see it on YouTube. But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on your notifications, all that good stuff. Now, let's get into it.
Top 10 anime fights that raised the bar.
And today we're counting down our picks for the anime fights that took things to a new level through their incredible animation, stakes, action, or all of the above.
I just realized there's going to be spoilers for you in this. It's fine. By the time we get to them, that you won't even remember. Yeah, see?
I forget what happens half the time, as it is.
Yeah, so by the time we get to these shows, you probably won't even remember them. But that's fine.
Number 10, Deku vs. Todoroki, My Hero Academia.
This one really wasn't great. And the animation was
easily the highlight of this show's sports festival arc. This match sees protagonist Izuku face off against the icy and fiery Shoto Todoroki. Deku still lacks control of his overwhelming power, but he manages to keep Todoroki's blasts of ice at bay through powerful finger flicks. Throughout the fight, Todoroki grapples with using the fire side of his quirk, since it reminds him of his terrible father. But through Deku's heartfelt words of encouragement, Todoroki is reminded that his power is his own. The powerful emotions on display, as well as the spectacularly animated climax, makes this an incredibly moving battle. It's both a match between two aspiring heroes and Deku saving Todoroki from his own past.
Yep. Midoriya. And like I said, animation.
Number 9, Yusuke vs. Toguro, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, I remember this
My total power would be wasted on you.
Speaking of tournament fights, Yusuke's rematch with Toguro in the Dark Tournament is another all-timer. Toguro seeks to not only defeat Yusuke, but to overcome him at his best. To bring out Yusuke's anger, Toguro kills audience members, including, seemingly, Yusuke's friend Kuwabara.
You took my teacher. And now I let you take my friend. What the hell do you want from me?
Both combatants go past their limits, leading to a final confrontation that sees Toguro take Yusuke's last attack head-on. Toguro's own exhausting power and Yusuke's attack prove too much for the muscle-bound antagonist, and he perishes. Along with being a peak of early 90s animation, this fight is as much a battle of ideals as it is of overwhelming brawn, since each fighter also contends with their own personal demons.
Winner of the tournament, Team Yamachi!
Number 8, Bojji vs. Boss, Ranking of Kings.
I've never seen this.
はっきり見える。私はボッジの剣を食らわない。ならばせめて
Despite its storybook art style, Ranking of Kings has some incredible fight scenes. The climactic battle sees Bojji confront his father Boss, who has possessed the body of his younger son Daida. To save his brother, Bojji, who has been constantly underestimated due to his weak constitution and death/mute condition, duels his overpowered father. Rather than Boss in Daida's body, we instead see Bojji fight Boss in his dad's previous giant form.
Seems like prior to Attack on Titan.
The fluidity and clarity of the animation as Bojji runs along the castle walls and battlements is incredible. Additionally, it's rewarding to see Bojji's speedy swordplay cut down Boss's overwhelming power. This battle is a culmination of the story up until this point, and is a step up for the already impressive animation. Number 7, Saitama vs. Boros, One Punch Man.
俺のパワーを封印する役目を持つ鎧が今砕かれた。
そうか。
When alien conqueror Boros arrives on Earth seeking a worthy opponent, it's up to the hero for fun Saitama to stop him. This fight
Saitama
brings
was so
the hype
fucking
from
OP.
beginning to end. The animators had an absolute field day illustrating the incredible speed both combatants move at, as well as the massive destruction they cause. Not
This was
only
an
that,
excellent
but the
fight
theme
scene.
song even plays during the fight. However, even Boros kicking Saitama to the moon, literally, isn't enough to stop the unassuming protagonist, especially once he throws a serious punch.
必殺マジシリーズ。
I understand where you're coming from when you say Baki. However, if you can't include Baki on this list because one, this was 7 months ago, which he could still be on the list. But also, if you were to include just the Baki anime, he would be 9 out of the 10 fights. Like, you would have to do a separate list specifically for him or that series in order to have Baki on here. Because legitimately, he would be 9 out of the 10. Let's be real. Or at least the majority of the top 10.
マジ殴り。
For as heart-poundingly epic as the fight is though, it has an air of melancholy. While Boros found a fight to make him feel a rush again, Saitama is still looking for his own. It gives us one though.
お前は強すぎた。
Number 6, Kenshin vs Shishio. Rurouni Kenshin.
This was such a good fight. Swordplay
In
on
this
swordplay.
duel, former assassin Kenshin Himura and his successor Makoto Shishio face off with the future of Japan on the line. Shishio's fiery swordsmanship and ability to see through Kenshin's techniques proves nearly overwhelming for our hero, as well as his friends, when they step in.
そう急ぐな。久々にこの俺自ら戦ったんだぞ。もう少しくらいは勝利の余韻に浸らせろ。
But ultimately, Kenshin's void technique, as well as Shishio's own body's combustion, put an end to his opponents.
Yep.
The fights in Rurouni Kenshin are
was such a
fantastic throughout,
Yeah.
but the stakes, passion, and quality of
That whole anime had such good fights in it. And it was great because it was basically like... It was just sword fights. And they were legitimate moves. They were legitimate styles. Yeah, I loved Rurouni Kenshin. It was so great. And like they remade it, and as in all things that they remake and or butcher, it's not as good as it was. Like the animation is better. The animation is better, granted. But like the storyline is different, and I don't like that because I liked the original storyline. The original storyline was great. It was great. But they changed it up in this one, and I don't like that.
the animation in this battle stand head and shoulders above the rest of them.
過去から現在へとつながる時間の流れが獅子王誠に勝利を許さず抜刀斎に味方をした。
Number 5, Sieg vs Kana, Fate Apocrypha.
あなたに約束があるようにそれが俺の願いだ。そして
Fights
anime
in
does
the
look good.
Fate franchise always go for broke,
Animation.
and this one is no exception. Sieg faces off against Kana, with each throwing
Fate Stay
their
Night?
noble
Okay.
phantasms at each other like their doomsday weapons. Some last-minute assistance from Ryder gives Sieg the opening he needs to defeat Kana once and for all.
No, that
This
is good
Titanic
animation.
battle
I do like
reshapes
that.
the landscape, and the mind-blowing imagery throughout is so incredibly animated that we're surprised it didn't bankrupt the whole studio. It may not be the holy grail of our list, but this battle in the Greater Grail War is still something special.
さよならカルナ施しの英雄
Number 4, Kakashi vs Obito, Naruto Shippuden.
オビトこの手の引っ掛けを
Fights between rivals are kind of the bread and butter of the Naruto franchise. But during the war arc, the revelation that Obito, Kakashi's old best friend and rival, has been pulling the strings behind the scenes, leads to a confrontation between them. There's very little flashy jutsus, but this fight between childhood friends is absolutely incredible. The choreography is very grounded and remarkably fluid, with several lingering shots showcasing extended exchanges between the two combatants. Meanwhile, the somber music and cuts to a friendly fight they had in the past makes this a hard-hitting and emotional battle. Not only is their fight set in another dimension, but it also reaches a new dimension of quality.
この戦いはお前の勝ちでいい。だが戦争の価値は譲らん。
I will say,
Which one is Kakashi?
That one.
White hair?
Yeah. That's Kakashi with the gray hair. There is a website out there that will list for Naruto all of the filler episodes so that you can avoid them. They also do the same thing for Bleach.
He skipped a couple episodes and seasons because they didn't matter as much, and I would have lost. I would have lost everything.
I did that for Bleach because there's no point in watching the whole Bound arc for Bleach because it's fucking dumb and I don't like it. And it's universally just stupid. So I skipped that, but there is a website where it'll tell you what filler episodes that you can skip over for Naruto without missing the main storyline. I will say, though, as far as this list is concerned, I don't agree with this. I don't. It's a good fight, but I honestly think the fight between Naruto and Pain was better. I really do. And we haven't gotten to that spot yet, but you'll see.
Number 3, Yuji vs. Choso, Jujutsu Kaisen.
So, I have started this anime like 5 times. And I can never seem to like finish it all the way through. Do I like it? Yes. Do I like the concept of it? Yes. Do they talk too much? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I can't finish all the way through because they just yap. And it's so boring that I end up falling asleep. Like, you guys are supposed to be fighting. Fight already, goddamn. But I understand that when they do fight, it is pretty fucking good.
This series rarely lets up with its
I
fights,
haven't even seen
but
this fight
brawl is a new high. Protagonist Itadori is confronted by Choso in a subway station, with his foe hoping to kill him in revenge for the death of his brothers. Yuji is on the back foot for much of the fight, since Choso's blood control abilities give him the advantage from a distance. But by bringing him into a bathroom with sprinklers going off, Yuji is able to bring things into closer quarters. The animation and creative choreography hit like a black flash. The fight even pays tribute to an exceptional movie fight. If you've seen The Raid 2, then you know.
The Raid 2 was
with
such an
Choso
excellent
is
movie.
as mind-blowing to us as its conclusion is for Choso. Number 2, Goku vs. Jiren, Dragon Ball Super.
Yes, he's now in uncharted territory. And it remains to be seen what will happen to him as he tries to sustain this fervor.
Yo, I'm not gonna
The
lie.
Tournament of Power offers plenty of hype throughout, but the main event...
When Goku, the first time he went fucking autonomous Ultra Instinct, broke the internet. Broke the internet. Everybody was talking about that shit. Everybody. Like, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but in Mexico, Dragon Ball is fucking huge. Like, Dragon Ball is life there. They have legit statistical data that shows that on days where there's new episodes of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all that shit, the drug and cartel activity drops significantly because everybody's home watching the new episode, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah, a new episode a day. That's how you're gonna fight the.
That's how you fight the cartels. You put out a new episode every day.
Every day.
But yeah, they legitimately have statistical data that shows that like cartel activity significantly. Yeah. They have legit evidence that the cartel activity significantly drops during new episodes, debuts of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, or whatever. Like, it's insane because everybody in Mexico loves Dragon Ball. They love Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, the original Dragon Ball, all of it. They love it. It's so wild to me. But yeah, when he went, the first time he went autonomous, broke the fucking internet. Easily.
Is definitely Goku's fight with Jiren. Goku unleashes his silvery new Ultra Instinct transformation against the prideful Pride Trooper, finally putting Universe 11's ace on the back foot. While their match is interrupted and both fight other opponents in between, they eventually clash once more, with Goku improving on Ultra Instinct to make it even cooler.
When anyone tries to hurt my friends, it's gonna be!
Also, so one of the things about me, right, is I'm a huge audiophile, right? So, like, I love music, I love just sound effects in general, right? And if you have an excellent sound effect that goes along with a scene, it's so much better to me. Like, the reverb and echo that they have him doing in this scene when he yells, "They're gonna pay," just, it resonates in my brain and makes it that much better. Because it just amplifies the scene so much. And it's the same with other episodes, like other series and TV and shows and shit like that too. Like, if you have great and audio that goes along with the actions on the screen, I'm automatically, emphatically much more of a fan. Because like the audio just, it has to click though. Because the same is true in reverse. If your audio fucks up the scene, I hate it. I hate it. But like, if you can get like a deep boom from like an explosion or like somebody taking off for somewhere and it just resonates, it's fucking, oh, it's so ideal. I love it. I love the audio aspect of it. It's so trippy to me too.
The unadulterated hype is brought to even higher levels with a rocking soundtrack and assistance from former foes like Android 17 and Frieza. This fight is pure hot-blooded action from start to finish and had fans cheering the world over when it debuted.
Yep.
This must be the secret of the 7th universe. The power of trust.
Still gives me a fucking chill. That from my channel, my
Luffy
YouTube channel.
versus Kaido. One
my
Piece.
YouTube channel. See, okay. So like, let me preface this. I've never seen One Piece. Like, I know what this is. This is what his Gear 5 is what they call it. I think that's what they call it. It's the Gear 5 transformation, right? Sorry. You're fine. And like, it's funny to me that this happened and how it looks, because this happened after Goku's Ultra Instinct happened, where they turned Goku's hair fucking gray, and then One Piece was like, okay, cool, we'll turn our guys white.
They had to one up each other.
Yeah, that's basically how it was. But yeah, like this is basically One Piece's answer to fucking Dragon Ball Super's Ultra Instinct, and it always threw me off. But I mean, like I said, I don't watch One Piece, but I know kind of what happens in One Piece. I know the concept of it, but it is what it is.
The future Pirate King says it himself. This is peak. Monkey D. Luffy's rooftop battle with the Emperor Kaido spans many episodes, and there are so many highlights. The animation is next level throughout, with Luffy's Gear 4 transformation walloping the Dragon Man plenty of times. The duo even splits the sky with their mighty blows. But when Luffy awakens his inner power, boy is it something else entirely.
I legitimately just don't.
Luffy going Gear 5th broke the internet
Gear 5th.
as his Looney Tunes-esque form manages to seamlessly blend comedy with hype action. Grabbing lightning? He can do that. Surviving hits by deforming his face? That too.
Yeah,
Freeing
like-
Wano country from Kaido's
It's like
regime
Nami's
with
style
one
to it.
cartoonishly large punch?
It's-
You're
yeah, it's
damn right.
cartoons.
One Peak. Is there a mind-blowing anime fight you can't believe we forgot? Unleash the might of your immeasurable awesome
yes,
comments
actually.
down below.
Thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys for being here, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.